So Drew Tranquill is a secret weapon for the Kansas City Chiefs. And we signed Drew Tranquill for a low contract. It was a pretty low contract. And what he brings to the table is he's a linebacker that could cover, right? That's what the Kansas City Chiefs lack. We lack a linebacker that could cover. But not only could Drew Tranquill cover, this man could also tackle. He also could get sacks. He could rush. Like, this guy is a versatile linebacker. And I honestly can't wait to see him on our defense. I really can't. I think he's going to bring something big to the table. I think he could be very good for us. And I just can't wait to see it, man. Now, Drew Tranquill, Nick Bolton, Leo Chenal, and Willie Gay is going to be absolutely scary. We might have the best linebacker room in the NFL. I mean, if not, then we're up there with the Ravens, the Niners, there's a few other teams. But I think that we would be number one because we have Nick Bolton, who's coming off a 180 tackle season. Now we have Drew Tranquill, who's coming off a 146 tackle season with 5 sacks and 2 interceptions. No, 1 interception. So I have a lot of faith in him, and I do think that he's going to make a lot of big plays for us. And the reason why I'm showing Chargers clips is because we are focusing on Drew Tranquill. So this is more of a him clip. Like, it's not really for the Chargers. This is more of like showing him. You know what I mean? So don't get mad about seeing the Chargers clips. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, Drew Tranquill is looking very scary in OTAs. Justin Reed said he likes Drew Tranquill a lot. He's been adjusting really nicely. And Justin Reed, I mean, he signed with us last year as a free agent. So he knows how difficult the transition to like Steve Spagnuolo's complex defense could be. And Drew Tranquill is going to have to make that transition. But despite the depth of the playbook, Tranquill is thriving so far. And Spags himself said Drew's made a lot of plays. And we know he's a major playmaker. But he flew beneath the radar, I feel like, because he didn't really feel much of a need. We didn't really need a linebacker. But Brett Veach felt like, okay, this guy is very good. Like, even if we don't need a linebacker, we have to add him. Like, we literally have to add him. We were set at linebacker, but he's like, no, we have to add him. So, yeah, his value was just too good to pass up. And he took a 1-year, $3 million deal. So he basically took a pay cut. And Brad Veach literally said himself, he said, as free agency goes, there's always some guys that for some reason they're just out there and they're really good players. So he's basically saying, we don't care if we didn't need a linebacker. This dude's going to come in and he's going to make big plays. And he's a Spags type of linebacker because we know Spags love versatility. So that's what Brad Veach said. The Chiefs love Tranquill's versatility. And that's what Brad Veach said. But now this is what I'm about to say. He was a safety during his first 3 years at Notre Dame. So he could defend against the pass. But he's also 6'2", 228 pounds. And he could tackle and rush the passer as well. So these skills are just proven by his impressive stat line from last season of 146 tackles, 5 sacks, and 4 passes defended. So he's a great blitzer. He's great in pass coverage as well. And he could play Mike. He could wear the green dot and back up Bolton. And he could play some Will. And he could play on the line of scrimmage. So, yeah. Now that he's on the Kansas City Chiefs, he's on the better side of things. Coming from the Chargers to the Chiefs is a huge upgrade because you're going to go from choking and losing in the playoffs to winning Super Bowls. And that's going to be very fun for Drew Tranquill. So Drew Tranquill said that he knows that there's no promises that he's going to be starting with the Kansas City Chiefs. He knows that his time might not come with a starting role, but he does know that he's a very good player, and he told us what Brett Veach and Andy Reid said to Drew. There's no promises here, but we do love you as a player. We love what you're able to do. You're super versatile. You're a total linebacker and could do it all, but we've got a lot of great players here, and you're going to have to come in here and earn your way. I think Drew Tranquill could earn his way. He's recorded 202 solo tackles, 19 tackles for a loss, and 11 quarterback hits. And in 2022, Tranquill had his best season, recording 95 solo tackles, 8 QB hits, and 1 interception received for 20 yards, returned for 20 yards, same thing. But he didn't plan on leaving Los Angeles. I mean, he didn't want to, but it was not his choice. He said he was a little surprised the Chargers didn't want to bring him back. And he said there was people in the building that really wanted him back, and there was a few people who wanted to move on. But he said business is business. But he went out there and joined the Kansas City Chiefs. And now the Chargers are going to regret even letting him play for us because he's going to absolutely destroy them twice a year. And He said he felt like being with the Kansas City Chiefs out of all teams that made a push for him. And free agency gave him the best chance to do that. So I like Drue Tranquill. I like his energy. He really does want to play for the Kansas City Chiefs badly. And he's doing very good in OTAs. So he's looking like a Brett Veach still. And getting him for $4 million is something that's absolutely crazy. A 4th-round pick, that's very good. And he, like I said, he could do a little bit of everything. And he's just very impressive in coverage. Like, he's very impressive in coverage. And that's what we need. Because we be letting up a lot of yards in the air, so we do need some more coverage guys in general, especially through the middle, because Joe Burrow was killing us through the middle that one game. So if we had Drue Tranquill, that could have helped us a little better. And the fact that he's just capable of handling various roles at the second level of the defense, that's going to be something that's very good. And he's going to play numerous positions in Steve Spagnuolo's scheme, trust me. So I just can't wait to see it. And all of this is just making me excited for the season. And we also got Mike Edwards, another coverage player, a coverage safety. So this is really going to help us, man. Getting all these new additions is really going to help us. And I just still can't believe we got him for very cheap. And he could be one of the biggest free agent steals in the whole 2023 free agency. And yeah, getting him for $4 million is great. It's really great. And we got him from our divisional rival in the Los Angeles Chargers. With a packed linebacker room, you add a guy like Tranquill, it makes it even better. And he's already impressive. And he's turning heads at OTAs. And yeah, man. He's made a lot of plays. And one thing I find crazy is that Juju Smith-Schuster and Drue Tranquill has the same agency, and that's how they learned about him. That was crazy. That was a funny thing. But yeah, he's a guy that has great athleticism. I mean, he's not athletic as Willie Gay Jr., but he's still very athletic. And his instincts are what really shows in his game. He always knows where he needs to be, whether it's in the run game or the pass game. And him coming off his best season in his career and joining a position group that is starting to really look stacked. But to hear that he's been impressive and he's really impressing some people, that lets everybody know that he's a guy to watch. And OTAs is showing that. And him and Willie Gay will be fighting for that starting spot. And I do think that's going to be Tranquill getting that, to be honest with you. Drue Tranquill is going to get that starting spot. But Willie Gay is still going to make plays. And I can't wait to see all these guys make plays. And this linebacker room just dominate on the field with this stacked defense. And yeah, Drue Tranquill is really a secret weapon, and he's going to show it. So if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. And if I gave you some information that y'all didn't know about Drue Tranquill, drop a like and subscribe and keep me going to the recommendation tab, because that's what we need to be. And yeah, man, I'm trying to keep elevating my content and learning how to improve day in and day out. And I love y'all, and thanks for helping me on this journey. And I can't believe that I'm just so blessed to be getting all this love, and I'm really not going to take it for granted. It's me, your boy Chiefs Priority. I'm out, man. Peace. Only 17 years old doing this.